Hi, everyone. The painting I'm going to discuss now is called The Fifth Element. And another name we kind of came up with afterwards is like childlike wonder, because this painting is really joyful, but it's pretty in depth. It's pretty intense. Like it's pretty concentrated. There's a lot in this painting. So this is kind of a brief overview of the painting. Like I said, if you want to dive in deep, become a member of Awakening Through Art. We really dive deep in hour-long conversations around all of the symbolism that has come through. Um, in the Fifth Element, it is like this yin and yang for sure. There's koi fish, which is definitely symbolic of the spiritual journey, and it is this idea of when you access the balance of both the yin and the yang, or this purple and gold kind of koi, you begin to open a door to an awareness and a light and a peace and a joy that you can't access otherwise. And so it's this embodiment, it's this experience, and it really talks about how to do that. And in some ways, the fish are playing, so there's definitely joy here. You have to follow your joy. That's like definitely a theme. But knowing what that is and isn't always easy. And even accessing that of like who you truly are, it's a process, right? It literally is a process of really going within yourself and figuring out what that is. And you matter. It's important. And you can't bypass that. Meaning you can't be like, like trivially, like, hey, I've always liked this. Like it's a practice of really going within, like creating that stillness and having a conversation with yourself of saying, "Hey, how do I really feel? What matters to me? What do I really like?" And if you don't know, you allow yourself to explore it. And that's what this painting is about. It's about the simple down below is about creating safety for yourself, and how that actually is one of the most fundamental things that you need to do. And I don't mean physical safety. I is We need that. We do need physical safety. And then we need emotional safety to where you could even explore yourself emotionally and spiritually. And it matters. You matter. It's like your own personal path to the light that you are. It's like it's not outside of you, it's inside of you. And we have to repair that trust within that space, within us. Like your relationship with the great I am, or your relationship with light itself, or your relationship with your own knowing, your own intuition. And that's really what this painting is about. It's about you got to create safety, safety to explore. And then can you create safety around allowing yourself to express your authenticity, whatever that is for you? Not people pleasing, not surviving, authentic you. And then can you create freedom of that expression? Can you create curiosity and not black and white thinking? Because here's the thing, it's like what's right for you might not be right for somebody else. And that's okay. And it's allowing yourself to be authentic and then allowing somebody else to be authentic. And in that dance, as you're kind of cultivating your belief systems, and that's why there's a purple koi, belief systems around love, right? So no fear-based thinking. This is all aligned with love and acceptance and compassion. And I don't mean no boundaries or no discernment, right? Of what aligns with you, what you feel is aligned with you. Like I don't want to be around somebody who's aggressive. Or I don't want to be around somebody who doesn't make me feel safe. Like, right? Nope, I don't want that. And don't put yourself around that. That's about creating the safety, right? And so it's like discernment, allowing yourself to feel loved and supported, and then really cultivating this solar plexus energy of you rooting in your own light, you rooting in your own light and love. And in that journey, you'll discover that it creates compassion for others, not not this righteousness. If you're righteous, if you think you're right and somebody else is wrong, you're missing it because it's their authentic expression and they must be discovering something and you don't need to understand what that is. Even if they're choosing to be angry, it's complex. Like I said, this painting is pretty intense. And in that discovery of aligning all your parts with love and light, and I don't mean avoiding your darkness. I don't mean avoiding your fear, pain, or sadness or anger. I mean really embodying all of you. What ends up happening is instead of being a victim of reality, you begin to access the fifth element, which is the ether, which is like dark matter, which is constructing reality. And this is a really complex conversation in a very, very short time. Um, but it is accessing the fifth element where you're embodying all things, your mind, your heart, your feeling, your creativity, your sexuality, all of these things. You're owning them, you're embodying them. And then you access the great no thing, the unknown. And in that space is where you really begin to understand who you truly are and who we all truly are. And that's what opens this door and starts growing from your heart these vines and all this other stuff. So, like I said, if you want to explore this more, I have an in-depth conversation around this painting in Awakening Through Art. Until next time, thank you so much for listening.